This is Mr. and what I have for you today is how to add borders to text in the free software called Gimp. Now what I've done here already is I've opened up a background. I just created a new document and I gave it a color. The same applies to images or anything like that that you want to add a text to, and then you want to add a border to the text. So we'll start off with a text color. We'll make this one yellow so it stands out a little bit, and I've already selected the font and the font size. So that's all done on the left here. I'm assuming you know how to add a font. So we're going to have how to add a border to, let's just move that and we'll go back to the text. Text in Gimp. Okay, so that's our text that we want to add a border to. Now what I'll do is I'll just center that. So if you're not sure how to center that, you go to this tool here, select that, it puts the 4 little dots, and then we'll just go center and center. Okay, so we're back. We'll just use this tool for the moment so we don't accidentally click on it. So we need to do two things to add a border. We need to add a border and then we need to fill it. Now unfortunately, as you can see, the boundary of the text box is hard up against some of the text. So the first thing we need to do is come up to your text in the layers, right click and select boundary layer size. Once we've done that, lock it together and just arbitrarily increase the boundary layer size. The size doesn't matter, we just need it to be bigger than the text. Then center it and then resize. So now you can see the boundary layer is way bigger than the text. That is just so that our border does not interfere. Otherwise, if we increase the size of the border, it goes outside of the boundary layer and it won't be visible. Okay, so from there we again right click on our text. We scroll to the bottom and we choose Alpha to Selection, and it puts a nice little dash and dot around the text. We then come to Select from the top menu, scroll to Grow, and now we select a size that we want to grow it by. So we want to grow this by 10. For the sake of this example, we're going to grow it by 10. Okay, so as you've seen, that just added 10 pixels. Now the color I want to do the border is black, so I've chosen black, and we then choose the fill tool, the bucket fill tool. Now I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here, there we go, and just anywhere within that border will do. Now you'll notice it hasn't gone on the inside of the texts, but we'll do that now. So you just click inside each text hollow, that is the holes inside the A's and the O's and the D's and the P's and the E's and so on and so forth. We're just going to go into those and a couple more, one more, and we'll just double check, and that's all done. So that is the basic border, adding that basic border to your text. But we're not finished there. We're going to add another border onto that as well. So we'll go to Grow again, and this time I'm going to add another, we'll add another 10. So as you can see, it's now a very large border, and the text, the color I want, I've just swapped it to my other palette, and I'm going to choose a different color. I'm going to choose the color white. So again, the fill tool is already selected, and we just follow the same process. Now you'll notice the white did not go inside some of these other items, so we have to do that manually. So you'll zoom in, and there we go, we've added a little bit to that O. We'll zoom in on this one, added a little bit to that. You have to zoom in on some of these, because if you don't and you think you're going to do it, that's what will happen. It will actually highlight the entire block itself. Okay, so I need to go up to here maybe. Yep, Okay, so I just did that a little bit too low. We've got to do the P. So we'll do the P. And we have this O and the B. So we'll do this O. Come over to the B. We'll do the B. No, okay. I'll get that B. Should be able to get it. Well, we should be able to get it. No. Okay. I'll show you how we can get that B. And then we come into this little section here and there as well. So I believe we have done everything. Now we haven't done this little bit of a G here. But what I'll do is I'll show you how to get that G as well. Alright, so back to the center we go. So we didn't get that B and we didn't get that G. In that case, what we'll do is we go to the paintbrush and we'll just increase its size, because you can see it's very small on the screen, although that'll work for us. Now, if you're going to add the paintbrush, we want to choose the background, because we're going to paint the background now. And just going to go like that. And you'll notice that the white appeared behind the B. Because we're not actually painting the letter, we're painting the background. So we'll see if the same applies to the O when we do it in the middle. Yeah, it just increased the whiteness of the O just that little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So if you need to zoom in on those items and you want it to be, there we go. So it's actually painting the background. It's not filling up that hole, it's actually painting the background. And because we're looking through the hole to the background, that's why we're seeing that color change. Okay, so we've still got that little highlighted border around there, so we'll just unselect that at the moment. So we'll select none, and you might think, well, you know, look, the white isn't really that contrasting to the blue, so I'm not getting a lot of benefit from it. However, this is why you choose different colors for different things. So we're going to go with a dark blue here. We'll make sure the background is selected. Go with bucket fill, and we'll fill that. So there we go. So now you can see that that white border stands out a little bit more. So if you have a text, for instance, on a darker background, maybe it's a scene with some leaves and trees and buildings, where that white would actually stand out a little bit more, then you can add this double layer. The trick is, of course, the black is going next to a light color. If you just added the white next to the yellow, they're both light colors and you won't get that border effect quite as much. But when you add the black next to the light color, and then you can add a light color just to the outside of the black as well, then that gives you a double border, but it also gives you contrast with the black in sandwich between the two light colors. So do try that on your images. That is how you add a border to text in Gimp. In any case, that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this, leave them below. If you've got something out of this video, please subscribe to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.